my God, y'all, it was so scary. It was, I didn't think I was going to make it at all. It's my birthday, my birthday, my birthday, my birthday. No, that's not where it goes. It's the countdown. The countdown. I'm so silly, y'all. I'm still taking my break from cleaning up today. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of cleaning today. During this winter break from school, I'm getting it done while I can. But today is the 18th, and I want to talk about some things I did when I was 18. My 18th birthday. I remember I was in my senior year of high school, and I was hanging with my bestie Vera, my bestie. Yeah, we became besties quick. Oh my goodness, we became besties quick. We knew one another, but I don't remember how we became close. I think we found out that that's what it was. Our parents grew up together and they went to school together. And so I was at her house a lot when I was 18 just to get away, just to have somewhere to get away because it got to the point where it was very stressful in my house growing up because it was four women, my mom and three girls, and we all have very dominant personalities. Nobody's passive at all. My mom, she's Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon. I am Aquarius with a Virgo Moon. Okay, that's that combination together. Then the sister behind me is Taurus with a Pisces moon. Then the other sister, 10 months behind her, was Aries with a Pisces moon. All three of us have the same biological father. He was Aries with a Scorpio moon. So both our parents have Scorpio moons. Our mother, double water. Father, he was fire with some water. But yeah, that was a whole bunch of, that was a whole lot of the energy in that house. So quite often when I was 17 and 18, I would need to leave the house because all that energy, and I was the peacemaker, of course, with my Aquarian energy. I was the peacemaker, but Vera and I started hanging out a lot. We became besties. Her mom, when she introduced me to her mom, back then in the 70s and the 80s, everybody, well, who your mama? Who your daddy? That's the first thing to come out your mouth. Now, hey, nice to meet you. Y'all going up there? No, they needed to know everybody you were connected to. That's how it was. Who your mama? Who your daddy? Oh, I know them. And then her mom was like, oh, I know your family. I grew up with your mom's people. I grew up with them. So that's when we got on the phone and we called my mom. And I said, Mama, guess where I'm at? Guess who I'm with? And she said, y'all grew up together. I said, that's whose house I'm at. I'm with her daughter, Vera. Because back then, you always were respectful enough to your parents to call them and let them know where you are. And that was before cell phone time. Cell phone time now, people know even less, unless they have a tracker on the phone. They know even less where their children are now. It's just uncanny. I mean, just, oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, so we hung out our senior year of high school. We became besties. She would come over my house once a blue moon. A lot of times I was with her. If I didn't come home, her mom would call and say, she's over here with us. I got her. She's fell asleep or whatever like that. She's over here. She's safe. Do you want me to wake her up and bring her home, or is it okay for her to be here? This is even when I was 18. I was still in high school though. So, but my mom, she trusted me. She did. She trusted me to make the right decision. And she knew me enough that I wasn't the best at hiding stuff. I was not. I was not the best at hiding stuff. So I didn't try. I did not. The type of mom that I have, nothing was getting by her. Even if she didn't say anything, does not mean she did not know. It does not mean she did not. She'll bring it up at a different time. And she'll like, yeah, and don't think I don't know about such and such and such and such. And you were like, huh? How you know about that? She did that to my sisters a lot. So quite naturally, I knew not to do that. I was like, no, I'm just gonna be upfront with her because some kind of way she's gonna always know. She's gonna always know. I think her and spirit got a thing going on. So anyway, I was 18. I remember Vera got her car. It was it was yellow. I remember it was like a canary yellow. And I want to say it was a Fiat, I think. I'm not exactly sure. And I remember it wasn't that long after my birthday, and we were going to go out. She and her boyfriend were going to take me out to eat, and they had a date for me. It was one of her boyfriend's besties, and he lived further up the road. He lived almost like in the country, but he was real sweet. He really was. He was real sweet. So I didn't mind hanging with him. He was very gentle, very gentleman. I can tell he was raised right. Um, and her boyfriend, because the guy that I was gonna date, he was at work at the time, and her then boyfriend, he was off that particular day, and so he was gonna take her to go get some insurance on the car, and so we followed him, and on the way there, we ended up in a bad car accident on the way, on the highway, on the bridge, on the bridge. And the bridge that we were on, some of it was over James River, and then other parts of it was over the area where the foundry is. So there was a lot of concrete and asphalt. That's the side we were on. So what happened was he had gotten over to get into the right lane. And so Vera veered over, well, attempted to veer over. Well, I happened to turn around. I was in the passenger seat. I happened to turn around, and the people that was over, they sped up. Well, they were in Vera's blind spot. They sped up. So the way the bumpers were made on the car are not like the way they are made today. They are actually connected to the car like they are one piece of the car. Back then, they were made a little different. If I find a photo of one, I will insert it right in here. See the arrow pointing to the bumper? There was space between the bumper and the car, so there was another piece attaching the two together, which made it easier for anything to attach itself to it. So, anyway, what happened was as she attempted to move on, she had a signal and everything on. She looked in all the mirrors. I remember her doing that. I had quickly turned my head and saw the car that was almost behind us, but in the other lane, how it sped up because they saw her trying to get over. So I don't know if they were trying to get off on that same exit, but we were still far enough to where there was way more than enough time for them to let us over or for them to pass us and then we get behind them. Well, they decided to go ahead and speed up. And like I said, they were in her blind spot. So she didn't see what was going on. Her as she went over, the back part of her bumper hooked to their front bumper because the way the bumpers were made, if they collided, they could hook. Well, they put on brakes and it slung her little car around. And so now we're going from the left side where the median is to that side, and we were facing over the bridge. We were actually facing that. That was scary. That was very scary, y'all. Um, and all I could say was, oh God, I swear to God, y'all might think I'm lying, and I don't care. I literally saw this really, really, really big hand come. The car was flipping, like it was flipping over the bridge. I saw, when I say y'all, there was this really, really huge hand that came, and it looked like it smacked the car back on the bridge. And I just sat there. And then I noticed Vera was just sitting there like, so I said, did you see that? She said, uh-huh. So I said, okay, so neither one of us are crazy. We both just saw what just happened. She said, it was really that big. I said, oh, so you saw the hand too? She said, yeah. She said, I said, we can't tell anybody because they're going to think we're nuts. But I said, if we tell this to any of the elders, they'll know. But like anybody our age in high school at the time, they were like, oh, y'all nuts. But yeah, that really happened. I was 18, and it was very shortly after my birthday. Very shortly after. And yeah, there was a lot of situations where I could have died, and I did not. That one, y'all, I'm not lying. We were in the process of flipping over the bridge, and that big hand came and smacked us. It was like a split second, but we both saw it. And I knew she saw it because of her face. And but she hadn't looked at me. But I've always been the type of person in a crisis, I can snap out of it and check on everybody, because that's a position that I've assumed my whole life. So it was easy for me to snap out of it, although it was a crisis that just happened. I was able to snap out of it and make sure that she was okay. And then I got out the car to check on the people that we wrecked with. So yeah. But anyway, that was my 18th birthday. After that, her boyfriend came back around because he thought, he was really scared. He thought that we actually flipped over the bridge, because when it was a little further ways up, he looked up, he said he saw the car flipping over, and he was like, no, 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 no. He said, he was like, no, no. When he got to where we were at, he grabbed us both and would not let go. He just held it. He was crying. And he said, I honestly thought y'all were gone. I honestly thought y'all were gone. So he just wouldn't let us go. Even while the police were talking to us, he said, man, I need to talk to him. He said, I'm sorry. He said, I can't let them go. He said, I thought they were gone. So he just held to both of us, and called my mom, let her know, hey, we was in a car accident. I didn't tell her the extent of it. I told her we was in a car accident. She said, that's why I was praying for you. And so that's how connected my mother is. She always know when there's something up with one of her kids. She said, I was praying. She said, and she pinpointed around the time that it happened. She said, I started praying then. I never told her what time it was. She said, I started praying around such and such. I said, Mama, that's around the time when the police recorded saying that that's when it happened. She said, I know. So anyway, I'm so happy I have a connected mother. Yes, she is so connected. I am happy. But yeah, that happened. And then she said, where y'all going now? And I said, we'll probably go, back with her boyfriend at the time and just sit there for a little bit, because his house wasn't that far. And his parents, he had called his parents because he was panicking thinking that we had went over the bridge. So they wanted him to come to the house so they can calm him down. So we went to his house and I met his parents. She had already met his parents, and his friend that was supposed to be my date. We never went out. Everybody was shooken, and they couldn't believe I was so calm. They were like, "Why are you so calm?" I'm like, that's just me. That's just my makeup. And I still made sure everybody was okay. And they said, "You want a beer?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And I took it out. I'm like, "No, I'm not a beer drinker." Y'all, I don't know about y'all. I do not like, this is why I'm not a soda drinker either. I don't like that carbonated water. I don't like the fizzies on my tongue. I'm very texture sensitive. It feels like something is rolling around on my tongue and it shouldn't be, because I want everything in my mouth to be dead when I put it in there. Yet, I do not want bubbles fizzing around on my tongue. I can't do it. That's the reason why my mom used to put water in my soft drinks. That's another thing. Why do they call it a soft drink? That is hard. I don't She used to put water in my sodas to flatten it because I just didn't like the bubbles. And she said she also was paying attention when I would tell her, after I would drink a soda, my back was hurting. And so she knew to put water in it to dilute it, and I didn't complain anymore. So I just knew whenever we would go, like, for Girl Scouts, because oh my gosh, y'all, that's another video. I loved Girl Scouts. Why can't I talk? But anyway, I used to put water in my soda, and the other girls, they used to tease me, but yeah, that's how I liked it. But yeah, 18, and we almost went over a bridge. And had we went over that bridge, there is no way we would have survived at all. It wasn't even water. It was concrete. And even if we hit the water, I don't think I would have survived. Granny can't swim. I think she could swim, but even with all that water, I think the way she panics, because she's a nervous type of person anyway. And I think that's what started our friendship. She was panicking over something in the hallway in school, and I checked on her. And ever since then, I would check on her. Hey, how you doing? I just want to make sure you're okay. And then that's what started the friendship. And every now and then when we see each other today now, we're still cool. We don't hang out or anything like that. But yeah, we're still cool with one another. What else happened when I was 18? When I was 18, y'all, I told y'all there's some other incidences where I could have died, but I did not. The next one is going to take me a little while to tell y'all, so I think I'll wait till next time.